silent or airplane mode. Indian team will be on break after this match, and we will be joining back on 5th in Bombay. Uh, please raise your hands, identify yourself, and one question at a time, please. We'll start with Sydney.
Yeah, it obviously boosts your confidence up a notch. I think when you have quality bowlers in your reserves as well, I think as a captain you always feel that you can ask your main guys to push themselves every game that they play. We still have Ishant Sharma, Bhuvneshwar Kumar sitting and waiting for their chance. I mean, both quality bowlers, even the spinners as you mentioned, Amit Mishra is not playing yet. So but the good thing is whoever's playing, they're standing up and they are making their presence felt. And that as a captain is very pleasing when, especially a game like this where you lose the toss and you get the opposition out for 280 on a flat wicket. Really gives you confidence as a bowling unit that you are on top and you are dictating terms. So as a captain, it is an added advantage, I would say.
Amit.
Where these two test runs have come on good wickets. So what does this say about the team? I mean, bowlers have persistent, batsmen have scored runs. What does this say about the team where they are ready to win on tracks which are good in terms of how they have played in this past?
I think it's exactly been 12 months when I was asked a question about we playing on unfair pitches, and the question has turned itself, so we don't need to say much about the pitches. As I said, we are focused on good cricket, and we are a team that looks to play good cricket and win sessions and win situations, or if we are in trouble, come back from those tough situations. So it was a perfectly good wicket for cricket. Even if you talk about the pace bowlers as well, I think our guys really rushed in and put in an effort, and they got the results as well. So it was a wicket where if you persisted long enough, you will get the results that you want, and I felt we did that pretty well to get the result our way. So even when we played in Kolkata earlier this year, we showed that we are not a side who wants dry square turners. We have enough skill to play good cricket and win against any good team in the world, and that's the kind of belief we have created in the change room, and that can only happen when you're not worried about what's happening outside that door. You focus on your skills, your strengths, and you move along.
Here, please.
I noticed at the end of the innings, you and a couple of your teammates made a point of going over to shake Haseeb Hamid's hand. Is that just a sign of the respect that he's earned from you guys and how he's gone about his business? Obviously, his tour's over now, so what you thought of him?
Well, I wish him a speedy recovery. He showed great character for a 19-year-old, to be honest, at this level. He put his hand up when his team wanted him to, do it, and the way he played a little bit with Anderson in the end as well showed great maturity to play with the tail like that. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and you can sense it as a captain. This guy is intelligent. This guy knows the game, and it's a natural process. The guys coming in will obviously be more smarter, and they'll understand the game much better. They get mature pretty early, and I think that he's a great prospect for England, and he's definitely going to be a future star in all forms if he keeps persisting with his skill. Really impressed, and that's why I patted him on the back. I mean, it was an innings full of character and something that you need to applaud.
Virat, it is very good to see Indian bowlers, fast bowlers bouncing out people on a full hit. So, talking particularly about Sami, do you think after following his injury he has come out as a better bowler?
Yes, he's stronger because he had to train that extra bit because it was a knee injury, and one leg was weaker than the other, obviously because he couldn't do anything with it. So he came back, he trained really hard, really precise with his training, and he's rushing in much more now, and he's able to sustain that energy for 4 or 5 good overs. And he's bowling long spells, so he's become more aware of what he wants to do and what he has to do to be a good test bowler. And he's making those important breakthroughs we see throughout these 3 games. he's someone who's really rushed in. Even Umesh as well. They both have bowled 145 consistently, and on these kind of pitches, to not lose heart and keep coming in and running in and bouncing guys, I think speaks a lot of their character. And I'm only waiting to play on pitches that assist them a little bit, and it'd be nice to see what they can do there as well. So I think credit to both of them. They have really put their hand up, and as I mentioned before, they're pretty happy with their roles. They're not getting desperate for too many wickets. They come in, chip in, and they let the others do their job as well.
Question from there, Hindor.
And Virat, this is Roldasu from Times of India. Any plans to celebrate this win at Yuvraj's pre-wedding dash?
Yes, there is a gathering tonight at the hotel, so the whole team is invited. We'll obviously go there, being UV's function. So yeah, it'll be a nice coincidence, I guess. 4th day getting the job done, and then you have a chance to celebrate in the evening. So I think the guys will be more relaxed attending that function, and they can chill for a bit longer.
Algap.
Virat, Patel played as an opener in this game and did really well. Before the match started, you mentioned that he puts in a good performance. He could be an option for a second wicket keeper. Considering he's played really well as an opener here, could he be backup for Rahul as well moving forward?
Wow, that's actually a good headache, to be honest. Yeah, you never know. There are all kinds of possibilities. The way he approached both the innings, I think it was amazing to see. That's where experience from the first class level comes into play. He's someone who played at a very early age, and then he's come back, and the intent he showed in both innings, I think, just deflated the opposition totally. And credit to him to go out there and counter attack and take on their seamers. I think he really stood out in this game for me as a batsman. As a keeper as well, he did well. So you never know. Let's see what happens in the next few days. We'll take a call accordingly.
Kushan.
Virat, just wanted to know that are there any Hardik Pandya is out of the series with a fracture. So are there any other injury issues or niggles that team needs to deal with going into the 4th test in Bombay?
All 3 niggles have been addressed. Rahul, Saha, Vijay. Oh, sorry. Who's the third name? Hardik. Sorry. All the others are fit and fine.
Ashwin is fine.
Ashwin's fine. I think it was just an exaggeration while taking a run on that particular day. He's fine now. So all fit and fine going forward.
Question from here, please. No.
It seems to have quite a lively rivalry with Ben Stokes. Perhaps you can tell us how that's come about and whether you're enjoying it.
I'm surprised out of all the cricket questions you picked this. But he's a competitive player, so am I. I wouldn't like to explain or elaborate what happened on the field. It's better left to the officials to understand and know what happened. These things have only motivated me in the past, and they continue to do so. So I don't mind it.
Ask 2 questions, Chetan and Sabyasachi. Chetan, please. Behind you, sir.
Virat, in many press conferences you have spoken about, you have referred to the score defeat last year, time again, and it came early in your captaincy career, it continues to influence you. Even before this match, you spoke about that match. Can you just explain, India hasn't battled second or lost the toss and battled second on subcontinental pitches since last year, so how much this win after losing the toss batting second, how much this win, obviously different from that match, but how much does this win help anyway those bad memories from all?
It was, I think, the first 2 days of the game were exactly what the team wants to do as a test team. When you're put in trouble, say losing the toss on a good wicket, the bowlers stand up. Then on day 2, you're 156 for 5, and then your lower order steps up. So those 2 days, including the 3rd day, were very pleasing for me as a captain and as a test side as well. I think our confidence went up really high, even in the second innings when we came out with the ball. That obviously carries through, and yeah, it was something that we've learned from in the past, and the guys have shown the improvement. So it obviously shows that they're keen to improve on the mistakes that happen.
Last question.
Talking about the blowout of contribution, it's happening regularly for you since last South Africa series onwards. how important is the low-order contribution, especially when you play just 5 batsmen? And you number 7, number 8, number 9 all got 50 plus. This is the first time in Indian cricket that 7, 8, 9 all got 50. So how important was that when you were at 1, 4 for 6 and the low-order contribution?
See, as a side, I think when you get 5 or 6 wickets, you think that the game's going to get over early and the batsmen go into that zone. And then suddenly you have to field for 60, 70 more overs, and then you're confused what to think about the game, whether you want to be focused on batting or you have to focus on the field, and all sorts of things start happening. So we've experienced that in the past where the other teams have done that against us and we haven't found a way to stop it. So it's great to see our guys stepping up and actually making it count. Every game we are on an average we're scoring 80 to 85 runs. This game was 200 plus. So amazing to see the guys really working hard on their batting, understanding that those 70, 80 runs really put a dent on the opposition's mindset, and when they come out to play they know that they gave away I think 60, 70 runs too many. So it makes a massive difference, and Test cricket especially, it makes a massive difference to stretch the game longer for a session or session and a half, and then come out with that kind of confidence on the field as well. With the ball also it helps them. Obviously they've admitted that themselves. You see Ashwin, he's the number 1 all-rounder in the world. He scores runs, he comes out with the ball, and he's more confident. So credit to them for working hard and actually executing those plans.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Enjoy the break. We'll see you again in Bombay next week.